Good morning, YouTube family. Martinez Country Home here. So today is Tuesday, May the 18th, 2021. Um, what I wanted to talk about today, guys, was well, first of all, before I get to today's topic, I wanted to give out a quick report on the gas. Um, Gas prices here in my city stayed pretty stable, 269, right? But where I go put gas, which is a Murphy, it went down to 266. So I expect for gas prices to start dropping throughout the city. I might be wrong, you know how that goes, but normally the Murphy, probably because they're connected to the to the government, um, Homeland Security and all that. DHS, oh, that's what I meant to say. Department of Homeland Security. Um, they're usually ahead of the game. They usually know what's going on before everybody else. So um, I'm expecting for prices to drop for the rest of the city in the coming days. So it did go down 3 cents. Okay, so now what I wanted to talk about this morning was about there was several reports that have been coming out, especially yesterday, about the child tax credit, that's going to be extended, or actually it's going to be, yes, it's going to be extended for this year. So what they're doing is, starting in July, running all the way up to December, children, the parents with dependents under 6 years old will receive $300 per child. Children 6 through 17 will receive $250. So running per month up to, and there's a limit, there's a cap. I believe children under 5 will be $3,000. I'm sorry, $3,600, and children 6 through 17 will be 3,000. So it's 3,500 and 3,000. So, and the income levels, that amount is dependent on how much money the parent or the joint filers make per household. So it goes pretty high. um I believe there's a lot of numbers, guys. I'm going to leave the link in the description. There's a lot of numbers, who gets what, the cap limits. There's like, they break it down in single filers, joint filers, stuff like that. So and I believe that people that households that receive up to 400,000 are gonna get the old tax credit, which is, I believe, like 2,000 per child. So the caps are pretty high. I don't know how that's gonna work. I don't know if um I don't understand how that's working with the coming income tax, but we're on our own, guys. The system is basically, um they're just printing money. So a lot of people speculate that this is part of the UBI. They're getting people accustomed to UBI, and that's what it feels like to me. Um, with the unemployment and all these different programs that are out there. Now here in Texas, I think it was yesterday. Yeah, the governor from here, Greg Abbott, is not gonna be. They're gonna be waiving, I think it's like $200, $300 that they receive from the government, from the federal government, for unemployment. So they're not gonna be giving that anymore, starting in June, next month. I believe it was June 26th. So all of these things that are going on, guys, are basically UBI. In other words, universal basic income. They want to give money to the people, basically not to work, or get them dependent on money from a central source. In this case, the central government. Um, um, you're gonna start seeing now this child tax credit that they're talking about, is they calling it the war on poverty, child poverty. Uh, when you've done a lot of research, or when you've read so many things, guys, chased after so many dots, you start seeing a picture. And one of the dots, guys, is and I would go to a person in particular. Her name is Allison Mcdowell. Um, she has a lot of videos on what's going on, and basically what's going on, guys, is um, what they're doing is they have social impact bonds, right? And these bonds are basically they're bonds taken out on people. You see them in the school districts. You especially see them in the inner cities, right? And for those of y'all that are familiar with the strawman uh, legal fictions, this is basically it's a continuation. It's an evolution of that process of the legal fictions. Instead of calling them strawman or strawmen, they now call them avatars. And there's a lot going on behind the scenes that is very hard to explain to people because it's a concept that's basically it's make believe. It's not real. It's not based on anything tangible. But these processes are um, they're on the financial system, and they're codified in the legal system. And so I'm gonna leave a link below for that. I'll try to find a video where it explains in detail what these social impact bonds are. But so the point of my video this morning, guys, was that all this money that's going to be coming out into the system, it's going to be chasing the same amount of products. A lot of people, um, and there's nothing wrong, guys, with, I mean, I understand, y'all want to get stuff, but a lot of people waste it on things that are not going to do them any good. They buy TVs and rims for their cars, and just, I mean, if they got it like that where they're already set, that's great. But what's gonna happen, guys, is I feel like it's a trap. It's setting up people for failure. All this money that's coming out, that's gonna hit the populace, right? The people are gonna want to go spend that money for the most part. And the problem is that there's not gonna be enough product. There's gonna be too many dollars chasing the same amount of product. Now, I'm not sure what's going on with the container ships coming in from China, but I'm suspecting that if these products are coming in, China's getting paid, guys. There's a demand. The more money that's printed, there's a demand for these products to come in. I'm not sure how they do it on the international level with these container ships. As long as the dollar is good, the U.S. dollar is still good. As long as people still have confidence in it as a means of exchange, then they're gonna use it. They're gonna use that currency to buy products, right? To use it to buy products internationally. But it seems to me like the money's flowing out to the east. We're just making, China, all these other countries are making products all over the world, and they're cheap, right? And all our money's going out there for the demand that's here, And so a lot of people don't look at it that way, but the wealth from the West is going east, and with that money, China is buying. They're buying up precious metals. They're buying up properties. They're buying up seaports. It's amazing to see. Just people don't. I guess they don't see the big picture. They don't see what's going on. But so with all this going on, guys, a lot of people and a lot of people. I don't begrudge people getting these checks, right? Because the corporations and the bankers and the politicians, this is the game that they've been playing for years and years. They've been getting money Um, in what would have in other times and other years been illegal, but they made it legal for them to do this, to give themselves money and use the system, because they're the ones that write the rules, they're the ones that write the laws, and they used it to make themselves rich. So that's what's been going on for decades. And so now they're in a small scale, they're giving it to the people. So I hope people take advantage, and buy the things that they're gonna need to be able to live, to be able to live as close to normal as possible. Because um, from what I see, it's a trap. They're gonna collapse the dollar. Too many dollars, guys. I mean, come on. Um, the more you print, the more you dilute the money supply. Excuse me. And you dilute the money supply, and so um, it's gonna take more of those dollars to buy those same goods that you're gonna need or that you even want. So um, I've tried my best to to purchase things that my family's gonna need to survive, and not just survive, but be able to have a life of normalcy, right? As best I can. Right now that the times are good, I don't know what the future is. I don't know what these people uh in the financial sector. I don't know what they have planned. But if you follow things the way they're supposed to go, the normal progression of things, it doesn't look good. Too much money being printed. um, Not a lot of people are working. Not a lot of production coming from the United States. Um, Speaking for where I live at, um, the economy looks like it's booming. Prices are going up, but not a lot. But like I said before, it's gradual. It's very subtle, and I know a lot of people that do their grocery shopping and all, especially people that buy processed foods. They notice that because the packaging is smaller. Where they don't where they don't raise the price, or where they don't make the packages smaller, the actual content in the package is smaller. The product itself, um, the ingredients are inferior. They're artificial. They're not as good. Even chocolate, even some of the spices that they use for the chips, like Doritos, or um, or like sun chips, stuff like that. The ingredients that they're using, the whatever flavoring they use, is inferior. Occasionally, I like to eat chips. I like to eat sandwiches, stuff like that. But you can tell it's thinner. Chips are thinner. The taste is not the same. Um, so those are just little signs little ways that they use to help combat the inflation, to produce the product. Um, but anyway, guys, I just wanted to give you all that report. I'm gonna leave you all a link to the UBI, or I'm sorry, not the UBI, but the child tax credit extension that they're planning, that runs from July to December. And also, I'll leave a link for Allison Mcdowell, where she explains what um, social impact bonds are, and they're based on our children, guys. They work from the schools. Um, that's why our kids are always getting these stupid standardized tests that they gotta take, like third grade, fifth grade. It's not for their benefit. It's for the benefit of investors that give money to the schools, so that they can buy all these basically things that are not needed, and they use our kids as the resource to get that done. So it's horrible. It's data mining. Um, it's mind-boggling if you really read into it, and you look into these things. It's mind-boggling, guys. So anyway, I hope y'all have a great day, guys, and you know, just keep on stocking up, and so you can ride out the storm. That's all we can do. So anyway, guys, y'all take care of each other out there and love each other, because that's what we're here for. God bless.